Welcome to Gainesville, Florida. It's hot, it's humid, just like the Gators like it, and the reason they call this place the Swamp is we are ready for the Florida home opener. Today, a clash between two teams from the Sunshine State that will resonate from Dade to Duval. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Florida International Panthers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Coming out with it, it's Gore. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So FIU's offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Here's the handoff. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. FIU pushing tempo. The give to the back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock band. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
On the run, still looking. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
It's 4th and 15, but the offense will stay on the field. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. FIU will line up to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Bringing it back, it's Daniels. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Gators racing to the line in a hurry up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside.
Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown! And this defense coming up with... Oh, what an interception return. This D gave them exactly what they needed, not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
And finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off.
On the run from inside zone 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hawkins. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get it.
Oh, he wants it all. And he's got it at the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Gore. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter on it. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's back to throw on second down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working on the right. Slips the tackle, and he's got room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Oh, what a move to get open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. FIU pushing tempo. Grabbed behind the line. It's Nelson. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. He wants to throw it. Fires one high and deep. Brings it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play.
On the set.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent it.
Touchdown, Gator! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the boulevard. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Samuel. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Florida International offense is back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Rides to the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. FIU pushing tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Got a man, it's Lions. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Got it set up on the outside. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted to 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as...
Oh, look out! And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida!
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And off from the shotgun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers want to pick up the tempo. From the gun on 3rd down. Buying some time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. FIU will line up to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. On the return, it's Daniels. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for room. It's Lyons. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Fires downfield. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. Now the defense will try to rise up on third and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Abrams. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the cover.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Skips away from pressure. At the 20, he's got space. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next.
Touchdown, Panthers. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to find his man on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And it's been a clinic in fundamental defensive football. Both teams have been relentless and ball hawking, refusing to give an inch. This is the kind of slugfest that real football fans love. Crushing tackles and dudes flying into gaps and passing lanes. A testament to the discipline both of these teams have shown. And with that, let's send it back to our men in the swamp.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the 3rd quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at the premium as this game goes on. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the 2nd half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give out of the gun. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Nothing but green ahead. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Fast motion from the offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the speed on defense? Offense trying to get tricky, trying to run the quarterback outside, but the pursuit and the speed by this defense, they got to him quick.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's picked off at the goal line. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone. Lofts one high and deep. Snatches it on the right. Got a lot of running room. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gator! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Smashes through the tackle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
FIU pushing tempo. Looking for room. It's Lions. Oh, big juke to get past. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, FIU.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas is currently ahead in this one, but boy, there have to be some nervous moments for the folks in Fayetteville. They have not been able to pull away. They're up by 4 over Arkansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll put the tight end in motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida! Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, it's Lions. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. FIU pushing tempo. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offense.
Strikes the blow. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. The give to the back. Lowers those pads. He now has 85 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Here comes the hurry up. Handoff to the lone back. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. This is a designed run. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wide out in motion. They want to throw it. Get it out on the screen. Touchdown, Gator! And the punishment has been extended.
And the Second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point. Game one going exactly how they scripted.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
They'll test the right side. He's loose at the 15, running toward the tape. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to run it. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. He's looking to throw. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. FIU set up with another first down. He's going to pass. Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. 5 receivers across the formation. It's second and 11.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends. Go.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
Now improvising. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And the defensive line, you know, third and long situations, I'm rushing the quarterback. You bring in the nickel, a little bit more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack on third down.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gore. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Florida International offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pitch.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got it. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Lasso! Alert! Alert! Go!
To the air on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Looking to move it through the air. Got out of trouble and throws. Catch in the middle, it's Samuel. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself up.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. Let's not say they cut into the deficit for a field goal. Maybe just, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A 1st down for the offense. The give to the single back. At the 40, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.